Everyone, we're going to get started in just a second. I actually have my lavalier mic, so I'm going to go ahead and get myself hooked up here. Give me just a moment. And I'm also going to get my iPad going here so I can see the feed. Mute that. All right. There we go. Okay, guys, if you don't mind, if one of you guys could just let me know if the audio is working okay. Robertson Racing, stop selling me stuff. Oh, that's so funny. Hey, Chai Sty, how's it going? So let me just make this bigger, and we'll put it just like that. So if you guys could let me know if the audio is working okay. Actually, hang on. I can barely hear you. Hang on. I might have left my microphone on. Darn it. Hang on a second. Oh boy. Okay, hang on, guys. One moment. Hey guys, please let me know if you can hear me now. Sorry about that. I think I might have left my microphone on though, so let me know if you guys can hear me now. If not, I have a battery that I can... Oh, you can hear me. Yes. Okay, let me put this back underneath. And is the audio okay, Lauren? Much better, yeah. I actually forgot to plug in it to my phone. You'd think that I'd actually know how to do this after such a long time, but I don't. Okay. So, guys, this is the Cessna 182. I'm going to try and hook this on my pant here. And yay, hopefully we have some good audio. Okay guys, so this is a Cessna 182 from Hobby King. It's a 38-inch wide airplane. It's a little bit smaller than I'm usually flying around. Just a quick update on Sidewinder and Slowpoke news. Slowpoke is doing great. It's one of my best flyers now. I just flew it on 4S. And let me just check to make sure everything is good. That's great audio. Thank you so much. Yeah, a little $16 item from not Hobby King, but from Amazon. You know, almost like Hobby King. And here I've got good audio. So out of my iPhone, I actually have to have the Lightning connector to audio port to a TTS to TTRS converter that will convert this to audio. So it's not really too bad of a setup. But so once again, back to the Slowpoke. The Slowpoke, I've always been flying it on the 3S2200s graphenes that Hobby King sent me. Flying it around, and it did feel underpowered at some portions. So I've had a couple people say, hey, change the prop and try 4S. Well, I didn't change the prop, but I did try 4S, and wow, the 4S really made the airplane come alive. And you can get into those sticky situations and throttle your way out of it very, very easily. So that's pretty cool. Sidewinder news, as you guys saw, I unboxed on my channel update, I unboxed the new one that they sent me, and I sent an email to Ian because they actually sent me a kit and not the PNF, and I confirmed with Ian, and he said that they indeed tried to send me a PNF, but something got muddled along the way, and they sent me a kit by accident. Ian's going to be sending me another kit that'll be the plug and fly version so that I can actually just take it and fly it instead of having to put my servos in there and then taking the motor from my old airplane to that one and the ESC. It would just be a big pain in the butt. So they are sending me a Sidewinder so we can get that all taken care of. But I hats off to Hobby King for doing that. That's really cool. So that we all kind of get just a non-biased assessment of the airplane out of the box, you know, not me flying it or Matt flying it, or, you know, before, and stressing the frame before we actually get to test the prop. Now this airplane here, the Cessna 182 Skylane, was not sent to me by Hobby King for free. They just started doing that, by the way, so I can test out a few models. I saw this one and I just couldn't wait. I decided to go ahead and purchase it. I think it was about $130-ish, right around there, so not super, super expensive. Let me go ahead and just start unboxing it as I am talking here. And in my history of having airplanes, I have never once had a Cessna 182, and I've always wanted one. So when I saw this on there, it has a really nice paint scheme. It's like blue and white, and the fact that it has nav lights installed on it and already, and also super good detail as cockpit instruments and all that stuff. Doing micro FPV might be pretty fun with this airplane, just so you can actually put the camera into the cockpit, and if you can put a little pan and tilt servo in there, it'd be really pretty cool. Have your own little Cessna going. All right, and I will kind of check you guys. I'll check your comments as we go along here. I hope this is a Cessna 182. If it's not, I'll be pretty embarrassed. Let's see, it does look like it. So let's see here. Is it it? It is, yay! And this is the H King brand, so this is not Durafly, this is H King. Let's take a quick peek here. And yeah, that looks pretty good. So this is the H King RC Scale Model Series. This is the Cessna 182. I believe they call it the Skylane. I could be mistaken, but I thought I saw that on the website. So 37, basically 38 inches on the wingspan. The length is about 31 inches. The battery that they recommend is a 1,000 to a 1,300 milliamp 3S. ESC is a 20 amp ESC. Motor is a 1200 kV motor, and 9-gram servos. No flaps on this one. It's pretty small, so I suppose you could always cut flaps in if you really wanted to. And the prop is a 3-bladed 70-45. So I'm gonna go ahead and just tear right into this thing. Thank you all for joining me as always. I'm starting to ramp up my channel. I'm going to be getting, like I said, my graphic artist is working on a logo for me, a new intro, all that good stuff. We should have some hats and merchandise coming out pretty soon. Beanies for when it becomes a little hotter. Excuse me, when it becomes winter time again. That should be pretty cool. I'm telling you guys are going to be really happy with the logo. It's going to be pretty iconic, so I'm super happy about that. All right, so let's take a look at this. From what I understand, it is just minimal build time with this. It's pretty much just bolts together, I believe. So I'll be taking everything out here, and we'll be going over everything. And like Lauren says, she's retired. She has time for this type of stuff. Yeah, I think I've gotten to the age where Friday nights don't mean going out and partying. It's staying in and having a nice time. At least for me, it is. No partying for Jeff Yang. So really well packed, guys. By the way, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out here. Looks like we have the rudder, the horizontal stabilizer, some nice wide stance on the landing gear there, and we got the 3-bladed prop right there, and some other items. I'll go through that in just a moment. With you on that one, says RCH. That's Eric, everyone. Okay, so let me just check everything. Nothing else is in the box. There is no instructions as far as I can tell. There may be instructions on the product page. So I'm just gonna take everything out, and wow, look at the scale detail of this thing. And what is this thing up here? There's like a little contact here. It's a little push contact for the LEDs. I think so. That's pretty cool. So I'll unhook myself here in a moment. I'll show you guys this, but the scale detail is pretty good. Now, I was talking about doing FPV through this. Now, I don't think you'll be able to see clearly through this curved surface, and there's also this little bit of a bulkhead here that you would need to bolt the wings to. So if you were doing FPV with this, it would have to be from the top of the wings or the top of the cowl here. Just looking at the bottom here, looks like there is a little some little pivots here, and a magnetized hatch that we're going to be putting the 1000 to 1300 milliamp 3S in there. So I'm going to close that back up. So that's where you're going to put your battery. Let's go ahead and let me see if I can just insert this landing gear here really quickly, because because we like to play with our toys, don't we? Might as well just slide it right in there and see if it's going to stand up for us. Bear with me. Yep. There she is. Look at that. Just going to place that right there. Toss that aside. Let's go ahead and get some of this stuff open here. So it looks like really, really minimal build time, guys. Just what you would typically think of. Now this is one of those, this is a very thin rudder, and it's one of those, it's got like hard plastic on the outside, but it's foam in the inside, so it's kind of like a coated piece there. And I will take a look at your comments in just a moment. Same thing with the horizontal. So one thing I didn't mention about the Slowpoke guys, with Durafly in general, I think they are actually reinforcing their hinges with some type of hot glue or some type of glue in general. I've really liked that quite a bit. That way we don't have to go through as hobbyists and do that type of stuff. I've really noticed that on 2 of their airplanes now, they've had some reinforcement through that area. That's pretty cool. So let's just slide this bad boy on. You actually have to, it's like a pressure fit there. There we go. Oh, look at that. Let's push it forward a little bit more. It looks like the holes are lining right up. That's what it's going to look like there. And how is this going to work? Oh, this is actually going to slide through. Didn't know this was going to be a build video, did you? Might just have to go outside and fly this. Now guys, don't make the mistake that I did with my Slowpoke. I actually glued on my horizontal stabilizer crooked. I felt so embarrassed. Okay, so this is just going to be a generalized fitting here, but it looks really cool as it is. I've always wanted a Cessna. All right, well that was pretty easy. It looks like you're going to glue the tail in place there. But here we go. Let me see if I've got some length on this cord that I can actually pull it forward. Yeah, I think I can step around here just for a second. All right, so here is a close-up. Let me see. I'll have to take a look in the monitor here, in my iPad monitor. So there is the little motor right there. And looks like it'll probably just have a normal collet that'll attach to that. I'm guessing steerable nose wheel. Obviously, you would have to. Then we're going to have some struts here as well. And this airplane is small enough you can easily put this thing inside of your car. So really looking forward to that. Now, let me just show you the wing thing I was telling you guys about. I believe that this is not for servos, or it might be for servos actually. It could be for servos and LEDs, but we have a little contact right here. And we have a contact on here. And I'll have to take a look to see whether that's for servos or if that's for lights or both. It may be for both actually. So looking really cool. I'm just going to slide this back together. And that is a nice tight fit in there. All right, so you guys can see the scale details. There's the little seats in here. There's some sort of a servo wire coming up here. That's for the contact at the top there. The landing gear here, it's just a pressure fit on the landing gear. You could always put a piece of tape over here if you really wished. But it looks like this landing gear will take some nice shock once it flexes upward there. But just a real classic looking Cessna. Really neat. It's got all the little doors that are right here. The paint looks really nice. And look how the paint goes right up onto the tail. Really pretty cool. So can't wait to get this thing put together and flying actually. So there it is. Now let me take a look at the, let me go ahead and take a look at the accessories bag and see what we have there. And also I'm going to take a quick peek at your comments before we do that. Okay, so, and also just a few of the details that I wrote down here. Oh, I see some foam wheels that are kind of rubbing on the wheel pants here. Hang on a second. Not bad, not bad. There's some little washers in there. So it looks like this bottom portion, I just need to cut this out a little bit. It looks like there's a little bit of the trim left there. So when the wheel goes to the side, it actually hits the wheel pant. So I'm just gonna need to cut that out. Normal stuff that you would look into when you're flying an airplane like this. So it'll actually help slow it down as it's taxiing as well. So, but you just don't want it to rub on one side and not the other. So I can take my Dremel and Dremel out those wheel pants. It should be a pretty easy thing to do. Let me slide that forward there. Okay, so let's take a look at the comments real quick, guys. All right, let's see here. Take your time, I'm retired. That's so funny. Taman says, "Uno momento, por favor." Yes. Ben Harbor says, "Much better. The sound is good. I'm glad that I could finally resolve my sound issues, guys, here." And by the way, guys, if you haven't seen my channel, my interview with Ben Harbor, make sure you look that up. He's the guy that does a lot of foam board jets and who just made his Valkyrie very successfully. The landing, not so much, but let's see, flaps. So Eric, or RC, yeah, Eric, no flaps for this one. Eric, is that you? Yes. See, RC, Eric was saying how clear are the windows, and we just went over that. You won't be able to do FPV through these windows, most definitely not. Let's see. Lots of comments, but you guys are kind of talking to each other, so no questions coming my direction, which is just fine. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the rest of the accessories. Okay, so that is it. Make sure there's nothing in there. Looks like we have our struts for the wings. I've never had a strutted wing airplane. Besides the Slowpoke has those little wires on it right now, so that I'm having a lot of fun with that. I can't wait to actually take my run cam and put it out on the wings now that I'm really confident with flying it. We have the collet that we'll put on the top of this here, and there's a nut that I just need to tighten down there. Ooh, and we also have the spinner. Love spinners, of course. So it looks like that just snaps into place. I'm not going to snap that in place right now. Comes with one of these little mini screwdrivers that are always good for keeping inside of your car. Oh, also the scale detail for the top of the wing. I love this. Check this out. So I'll need to glue this in place. It comes with no glue, but I'll need to glue the tail piece and the rudder in as well. But check this out. Check out the scale details. Yay! And actually, guys, there actually is outlines for the flaps. So if you wanted to add flaps into the wings, it would be really, really easy to do. Now they made these wings kind of easy to take off, and it has those little contacts there. But really, the airplane is so small that you can easily get it into your car without any damage. Then again, if you're piloting lots of airplanes in there, of course you'd want to take that off. But it looks like you could easily embed a servo into the wing and add some scale flaps in there, which is pretty cool. Okay, so what else do we have here? We have some very, very tiny, tiny little bitty bolts. Not sure what these are for. Looks like we probably have a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench. 2 wing bolts that are for right here and here to get the wings attached, and those are Phillips head. Oh, these tiny little bolts. They are for the wings, for the struts. And that's basically it. Literally, you could have this together in about 20 minutes and probably start flying it pretty soon after. So, love the scale detail. Hobby King, I think they did a really good job on that. There's not many reviews on this out right now because this is on their new product page, and I can't wait to get a hold of this thing and actually fly it. I'll probably fly it sometime this weekend. We're having a garage sale, so we're going to be pretty busy. But I can't wait to get this thing up in the air. I'm going to pop one of those receivers in there. Probably one of my Lemon RXs, either just the teeny little micro ones or one of the stabilizing receivers. So let me just check where you actually put your receiver. So I don't see any leads like here. Maybe it's from underneath the where the battery goes. That's a little bit strange. I'm not really quite sure. It has an XT60 popping out the bottom here. So where do you put your receiver? That is a great question. That's why I'm here, guys. I'm here to ask the hard questions. I don't really know. I might have to take a look at the products page for this airplane and just decipher where I'm going to get to the other leads. I need to get to the leads for the elevator and the rudder, and I don't see a way of getting in there unless there's this little floor here that pops up. Oh, I think I might have found it. Hang on a second. Yes, I think I found it. It's a nice tight fit. Let's see here. I need like a little hooky tool. I have one of those around here somewhere. Hooky tool. Aha! Aha! From Harbor Freight. The hooky tool. Okay, I'm pulling up on the seats. And should I slide this forward? Huh. Okay, I see all the receiver stuff in there. Let me pull this whole thing out here. There we go. Okay. Like I said, asking the hard questions. So let me just pull forward here and I'll show you guys how this all comes together. So this is what it looks like here. My prop just fell off. So this slides underneath right there and into place, and it's a nice snug fit, so you don't have to glue this in, obviously. But there's your rudder servo here that has the attachment for the front nose wheel, and here is the elevator servo right there. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out my leads because obviously I'm going to need to attach all these things right here. So we have rudder, elevator, and aileron. So aileron. Okay, so this lead here actually goes to your aileron servos and your LEDs at the same time. That's really pretty cool. So hopefully it's a good connection, and hopefully that worked out okay. It looks like it will. I've never had an airplane like this, so I'm pretty excited to get this thing going. So I think we'll end there, guys. I'll take one quick look at your guys' comments, and just let me know if you have any other questions. But look at the nice scale detail here. Like I said, we've got outlines for the doors here, the little luggage compartment right here. On the top of the wing, we've got those nice scale antennas right here. And look at the nice, the jibbing on the ailerons here. Pretty, jimping, I should say, or they're almost like, I forget what you call them, but really, really neat. I can't wait to get this thing together. So in other words, when you get your wing pop down in, you're not gonna have to worry about plugging and unplugging servos. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Let's see how stiff the wing is. It's pretty stiff for what you're gonna need it for. It's pretty thin. It's not a very wide wingspan. Here is a part of the scale detail here. Here's the light in the end of the wing. Green for the right wing, of course, and red for the left wing. And really well put done scale details here. Also some forward white lights on the left wing here, but not the right wing. Okay. I don't know if that's perfectly scale. I'm sure that it is. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Well, all right. Thanks for joining me for this episode of an unboxing. Like I said, I bought this one outright. I was super excited about it, so I went ahead and hit the buy it button. And you guys should look forward to my. Sorry, I forgot that we weren't just recording. I forgot this is a live stream. So guys, take a look at my new Facebook page. It is 7Demo7. It's the 7Demo7 forum group on Facebook. Join us there. I'll put some pictures, some close-up pictures of this airplane there, so you guys can check it out. And I'll also leave a link in the description below on where to find this airplane. So that's right, Jeff. I'm not editing this one. It's fully live. So anyway, with that, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. And I have to scoot over so I can turn off the camera because I don't have an assistant.